Welcome back to the First and Gold podcast. I am your host, Sam Gold, and today, as you can see by the title, we are now going to be ranking all the cat teams in the NFL. So if you guys didn't see what we put out last week, we ranked all the bird teams in the NFL. You guys love that video, so, we might as well just keep on doing these types of videos. Maybe we'll rank some human teams. Just comment down below what you guys want to see, because this one's going to be a lot of fun once again. And on last week's video, we had a tie between the Eagles and the Ravens as the best team. And we had you guys comment down below who you think out of those two teams is the true number one. And we have the results, and the Philadelphia Eagles came out on top. Everybody, it was mostly the comments, about how it represents America and it's freedom and it's the coolest bird. And, the Eagles team itself, a lot of people were defending, the fans. And, I just think the fact that we had more Eagles comments just shows that the fans definitely outweigh the Ravens. Although, shout out the Ravens people that commented down below as well. You guys were out there. We saw you. Second place. Second place is not bad. So, overall, the Eagles did come out on top in that video. And don't worry, guys. We do have an actual winner for this video. So, stay tuned for that. And just like last video, we'll go through it. There's 5 categories we're going to be ranking these cat teams based on. It's success, uniforms, fans, stadium, and the cat itself, just how great the cat is. So as you guys can tell, it's only 4 cat teams this time. So first place in each category will get 4 points, second place will get 3 points, third place will get 2 points, fourth place will get just a point, and then we're going to add up all the points at the end and see who is the best. So here we go. Let's start with the overall success category. So the 2 main things I'm going to be basing it on, just like last week's video, is overall win percentage for their franchise and Super Bowls. So the interesting thing with these teams is not a lot of success combined with all of them. And the funniest part of all is none of these teams have even won a Super Bowl. So it's going to be a lot of negativity just reading these stats, but our last place is going to be the Jacksonville Jaguars. And look, they're a newer franchise. So the fact that they've been to 0 Super Bowls isn't crazy. They've only been in the league now for 30 years. But look, we're just basing it on the facts. They also have the lowest win percentage of these 4 teams. They actually have the 3rd lowest winning percentage in all of the NFL at just 42.4%. It just feels like almost every single year the Jags have a top 10 draft pick. So yeah, I feel like this is a perfect last place team. In 3rd place, this is extra sad because this is the oldest team on the list. It's the Detroit Lions. Don't let the last 2 years blind you. Recency bias. They are clearly one of the worst franchises in the NFL. It's not even close. The fact that they've been around for almost 100 years and they have a 45.5 win percentage and they've been to 0 Super Bowls. Now, I know in the 1950s they had a good run there with their NFL championships. But let's be honest, that was 80 years ago at this point. So, yeah, the Lions, I mean, they literally just got their first playoff win in 30 years last year. It's just a lot of heartbreak and misery. It just in the success category alone, it makes sense to be 3rd. Which puts this team, also a newer team, came in the same year as the Jaguars, 1995. The Carolina Panthers come in 2nd for 2 reasons. They actually have the highest winning percentage out of all 4 of these teams at 45.9%. And they've been to 2 Super Bowls. They haven't won any, which leads the Bengals to be the first team because they've been to 3 Super Bowls. They also haven't won any. And then their winning percentage is just below the Panthers at 45.6. But I just feel like, especially in the Andy Dalton years, the 1980s and 1970s, they had some good decades in there and some winning years, some playoff years. So I feel like it's just perfect to put them just above the Panthers. So there you go. Bengals 1st, Panthers 2nd, Lions 3rd, and Jaguars 4th. All right, now time for uniforms. This is going to be a lot more subjective. At number 4, this one was close. I think my number 1 was pretty obvious in my head. But these 3, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th place, very close for me. I'm going to put the Panthers in last, which is funny because I'm not sure they were last if you go back to our overall uniform ranking. But look, man, it's been like 7 months since I've done it. It kind of changed for me. I mean, look, them and the Lions are very similar. I don't like that the Panthers rarely ever wear their blue uniforms. I think they got to utilize that more often. People love the black helmets that they've went to in their alternate uniforms. I'm not a big fan, to be honest. I mean, I went to Chiefs-Panthers this year, and they wore the all-black with the black helmets honestly just didn't love it. So, although I like the logo, the silver helmet is underrated, and their blue is underrated, but they just don't wear it that often. I'm going to have to put them in fourth, which leads me to put a team that's similar, like I just said, in the Lions at third place. Now, you're looking at the picture they have on the tier list here. Those blue and silver uniforms, beautiful. It reminds me of the 90s, the Barry Sanders era. Their helmet's fine. I like their logo as well. I like the white with the blue as well. They actually changed up their blue. I'm pretty sure they call it, what, Honolulu blue? Is that their blue? Yeah, I think that's the Lions. They also did a similar thing with the all-black uniforms, except they wear the blue helmets, which also I don't know if I love it that much. I don't know. I guess I'm just not like a black and blue guy over these next two uniforms I'm going to pick. But overall, I would say all four of these teams have pretty solid uniforms. And the Lions, just a little more classic. I like the blue and silver look that they have on the left side just a little bit more than the Panthers. Number 2 is the Jaguars. Now, this one was close for me as well. It's kind of similar to the Panthers, where I love their teal, but I don't feel like they don't wear it nearly as often. They just wore their throwbacks against the Jets. They have to go back to those uniforms. Bar none, a top 10 uniform with those old teal with the gold Jaguar on the sleeve. I just think it looked a lot better. I mean, these Jags uniforms now are much better than the mid-2010s ones with Blake Bortles and the half gold, half black Mad helmet. But, overall, I really like this. Teal's a great color to have. The only thing I would really tack the Jaguars down in terms of uniforms is when they wear their away uniforms. Just the plain white jerseys with the black pants is just, it's so boring. It's nothing. And that could be an argument to put the Lions ahead of them, but I'm just a teal guy. And also, I will say, Jaguars, top 2 logo in the NFL. So that helps with the helmet. So, yeah. All right. And then number 1, this feels pretty obvious, the Cincinnati Bengals. Just look at them. Not only is the orange so perfect, meshing with the rest of their uniform, they have the best helmet in the NFL. The stripes are unmatched. It fits the jungle theme perfectly. I actually don't love the all orange uniforms they went to this year, but I do like, they wore this once against the Ravens this year. I do love orange helmet, black jerseys, orange pants. I think that was a great change-up look. I hope they do that more often. But yeah, I mean, even their socks are cool. I like the little stripes along the side of their pants. I just think the Bengals overall, in all of sports, have one of the best uniforms. So there you go. Bengals first, Jags second, Lions third, Panthers fourth. Okay, now it's time for probably the most contested one that people definitely get upset about the most. It's ranking fan bases. Okay. So here's what I'll say about these 4 fan bases. All of them very nice people. Seriously. I have nothing wrong with any of these fan bases. I don't hate any of them. But I'm going to have to put the Carolina Panthers in 4th place. This one hurts because I literally just went to the Chiefs-Panthers game, like I said. And everybody there was super nice. Super duper nice. Nothing wrong with them at all. I think they're a totally fine fan base. They're definitely passionate. They were out there back in the 2015 era. I love the keep pounding tradition that they have. I know Steph Curry is one of the most famous Panthers fans out there. It's pretty cool. But, I don't know. There's just nothing super special about them, in my opinion. So, nothing against them once again. Everybody was great when I went there. But, yeah, 4th place. The Jags are kind of in the same realm. I'm going to put them right behind them in 3rd place. I mean, you just look at this picture here. That's a pretty cool Jags fan. So, I'm sure that's like their fireman Ed or whatever. Their iconic fan. The only reason I'm putting the Jags ahead of them is because the fact that the Jaguars were able to get a team in Jacksonville, I feel like already states how passionate these fans could be. I mean, look, London has the highest amount of Jags fans, I think, come from London, other than Jacksonville, obviously, which that's also sick. I mean, I know the team has talked about going to London. The chant Duval, that's pretty, it's pretty cool. I think people have a big passion for the Jaguars that not a lot of people talk about. And on our last video ranking fan bases, there were tons of Jags fans in the comment section being like, yo, we exist. Like, we're out here. Don't make fun of us. Like, we are passionate. And I didn't get a lot of Panthers fans commenting that. So, yeah. I'm going to put the Jags in 3rd. I'm going to put the Bengals in 2nd for fan bases. As you can see here, we got a different picture for Bengals fan bases. Shout out. That's my dad. That was my dad probably back in the 1990s. We found one of his headshots on Google Images. I was like, you know what? Just search up Ken Gold and see what happens. So, my dad's a huge Bengals fan. I'm wearing a Bengals jersey here. I'm surrounded by Bengals stuff. I always do this. I show all the Bengals memorabilia around me. So that's definitely a big plus in terms of just how much I like the Bengals and their fans, just because I've obviously been rooting for them since, I'm a Chiefs fan, but the Bengals are my second team just because of my dad. I will say this definitely taxed the Bengals down a little bit if it wasn't for my dad, because, man, they are some of the cockiest and whiniest sometimes as well fan bases for a team that really hasn't accomplished that much, and they always just act like they've won 10 Super Bowls when they've just been to one. And I don't know, Bengals fans, especially online, just kind of throw me off. Steelers, Ravens fans, and Browns fans, I feel like you can back me on this. There's something off about Bengals fans. I don't know, overall. But yeah, I was still going to put them second. And number 1, Detroit Lions. I feel like this one's pretty obvious as well. Look, you want to just go solely based on passion. Easily one of the most passionate fan bases of all time. They haven't won a playoff game in 30 years up until last year. You saw when they finally won that playoff game, there's people, crying, running around the streets of Detroit. They were waiting for this moment. They stayed so loyal to this team for so many years that it just feels like this is a perfect spot to put them at number 1. Okay, our 4th category out of 5, it's stadiums. One of my favorite rankings to do. I love ranking stadiums. My goal to hit every stadium in the NFL. So only one of these I've been to in real life. We'll get to that in a second, because our last place, first of all, is going to be the Jaguars. Now, they have some cool renderings for a new stadium coming up later this decade, I'm pretty sure. That's going to be sick. But look, the fact that they're getting a new stadium means that the one they have now isn't that great. And that's why I got to put it at number 4. People that don't know, their coolest amenity by far is that they have a pool in the stadium. You can rent it with a big party of 20. You get a bunch of cabanas. You get to watch the big screen right above the pool, where you can watch out through the glass onto the stadium. I think that's a great Florida staple to have in a team stadium. That's awesome. But the rest of it, it's pretty small. It really doesn't have anything too, special, I guess, just pertaining to the team itself. So yeah, just number 4 feels right for the Jags. Number 3 is going to be the Bengals. And I think the number 1 best thing about the Bengals stadium is that it's right by the city. But other than that, this picture has fans in it, so it looks a little bit better, but it's just very bland. All the seats in the stadium, you had a chance to have an all orange stadium, and you went just gray seats for the Bengals. I don't know. I feel like you could have made everything look a little bit cooler. It just shows how cheap, once again, their owner is, which everybody knows. So I'm not shocked that it's like this. It's not a bad stadium. It's fine. It's average. But it's just not as good as our top 2. And number 2 is going to be the one stadium on this list I have been to, just went to. I've been mentioning all throughout this video, as you guys know. Bank of America Stadium, the Panthers. Now, this picture absolutely does it justice. It's beautiful. At night, you can see the entire city surrounding it. Where I sat on my seat, you look to the right, it's the whole skyline. It's beautiful. I love the fact that it's all light blue seats as well. I think that was a great addition. Very walkable to get around to the city, right to the heart of the stadium. And then finally, I actually think it's very similar to Arrowhead in its design. It's like a smaller Arrowhead. I kind of like when the corners aren't cut up that much. I like a big bowl. So number 2 for the Panthers. And then number 1, the Detroit Lions for the 2nd category in a row. Congrats to Lions fans. You guys have the best stadium on this list. Now, if I was just ranking indoor stadiums in the NFL, this is probably bottom 3. I got to be completely honest. But another perk is right near downtown. Once again, I like that. Any indoor stadium is going to be pretty nice for the most part. It's actually smaller than your average indoor stadium as well, but I don't necessarily mind that. Sometimes the smaller stadiums give you the best seats in the house, no matter where you are. And then just that nice blue, not a lot of natural light going in there as well, which I don't mind. I like that with the Saints Stadium as well. They have that. So yeah, Lions number 1, Panthers 2, Bengals 3, Jags 4. And then our final category, the moment we've all been waiting for, just rank the Cats. So here we go. This one was by far the toughest. We have some cat facts here, but at the end of the day, all of them are so close in many parts that it's still maybe I don't know. This could go either way. So this is going to be a little bit controversial. For number 4 is the Jaguar. Now, the thing that pains me the most about putting the Jaguar last is that it is the fastest cat out of the 4. But that's it. Like, every other fact we looked up has the same stuff as the other 3 cats. Oh, it's nurturing. Oh, it's a good swimmer. Oh, it's a great hunter. Oh, it sleeps in the jungle. It's all the same thing. You know what I mean? Like, some of these other cats have some cooler facts about them that, look, Jaguar, one of the coolest looking cats out there. I love the spots, and the fact that it's fast is awesome. So it pains me to put them in number 4, but they're gonna be at number 4. Number 3, this one's controversial. This one might be people's number 1. It's the lion. Oh, that one hurts. I love a good lion. I mean, obviously, it's one of the coolest looking animals on planet Earth with its mane. It's super intimidating. It's probably the best hunter out of the 4. A cool fact is that it's literally one of the best hunters, and it's only awake for an average about 2 hours a day. They hunt at night in packs. It's one of the most social felines, and they hunt in prides, which is like the name of their group. I think that's pretty cool. I mean, they're just iconic. They're lions. Like, what else can I say? The only negative, I guess, is like they sleep a lot. But that's to conserve the energy so they can go out and hunting at night. So I think it's a pretty cool fact. Sucks that it's at number 2 or number 3. But look, number 2, this is probably like, people are probably like, why are you putting this so high? But I mean, just look at the picture, man. This is the panther. The panther at number 2, specifically a black panther, I guess, because look at the picture. I mean, it's got yellow eyes. It's got yellow eyes with a black body. I mean, it's one of the most mysterious, intimidating, sleek-looking animals. I mean, I just feel like when you pet it, it's gonna be super silky. It just feels like it's creeping up on you. Like, it's just, I mean, I wrote down here, like it said online, it's one of the most mysterious animals out there. I think it's super cool. The way it just looks at you is so enticing. And then just some facts. Here's the negative. It is the slowest out of the 4 cats. Now, all these cats are super fast. They all go at least like 40 miles per hour at their height, so which is insane. It sleeps in the jungle, in trees. I think that's pretty cool. It's very solitary. So that's kind of a reason why it's mysterious, is that it's kind of the opposite of a lion. Like, it doesn't go in a pack. It likes to be alone. It doesn't like to be bothered by anybody. So, which I don't mind. That's kind of like me, honestly. Like, for the introverts out there, like, you know, that's kind of like our spirit cat, as you would say. I don't know. Like, it's a cool cat. I can't help it. And then finally, it's gonna be the Bengal tiger. Like, the Jaguar and the lion, they all look so cool. Like, I honestly don't know which one looks the best. I love the Bengal stripe. Its face is one of the most detailed faces of any cat. It's so cool. It's intimidating. I believe it's the second fastest cat out of these 4. And then I think the best part about it is actually their personality. They came off as the most playful cat. They're amazing swimmers. They're easy to train. And the region of the country that they're from, which I think is pretty cool, India, Bangladesh, which makes sense with Bangladesh. That might be where they get their name from. Shout out down below if you guys actually know that fact. I don't know. But, yeah, Bengals number 1, Panthers number 2, Lions 3, Jaguars 4, easily the tightest race of all of them. If you guys have some cool cat facts as well, don't be afraid to comment them down below. Obviously, we're probably going to miss a couple, so, you know, that was a lot of fun, though. And now comes the time to do the final ranking, and yes, we actually have a clear winner this time. We tallied up the points, so here we go. With just 8 points, I'm so sorry, the Jacksonville Jaguars coming in last. And then at third, we have the Carolina Panthers with 11 points. Here we go. Just missing out on first place. In second with 14 points is the Detroit Lions, which means congratulations to the Cincinnati Bengals. There you go. The Bengals come out on top for the best cat team. Now, guys, just remember, a lot of these were subjective. So if you guys want to go down in the comments and be like, you were wrong, this is why this team is the best cat team, that's what we love. We love interacting with you guys. So yeah, please comment down below. Remember to like and subscribe. We are so close to 500 subscribers. Maybe we reach it by the time this video comes out, but if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. We love you guys supporting us. We're going to keep making these fun tier lists every week as well. So just let us know if you guys have any new ideas. Maybe rank the human teams. I don't know. So we'll see. But yeah, that was a lot of fun. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to follow us on First and Gold on TikTok and Instagram. We'll see you next time for another video. Goodbye.